Good morning, good afternoon, everybody that's listening. Afternoon. My name is Colin Finch, and I work as a humanist for what is best known as a non-religious funeral celebrants in and around Cambridge. Also undertake work in Northamptonshire, Oxfordshire, Buckinghamshire, and Bedfordshire, and recently Suffolk. Now, as we say in the funeral industry, 'tis the season to be poorly. And a couple of people here already have asked me if I'm busy with a little smile on their faces, as if me, the harbinger of doom, would be happy about people dying. Unfortunately, I'm not happy about people dying, but someone has to do the work. And this meeting today is called, the Hot Stories. And they don't come any hotter than this one because it's about a cremation, which is about, some of you got that one, that's quite nice. Yeah. I was going to tell you a story in 1 minute and 10 seconds, which I can do, about my first ever funeral service, 2019. And it was over in Oxfordshire. It was an brand new crematorium. Beautiful place, absolutely packed. And the lady whose funeral I was taking was called Florrie. You never forget your first one, do you, Stephen? No. And she was, if I recall correctly, about 91, 92. And her husband was still alive. And they'd been sweethearts since they were 7 or 8 years old. So you're looking at an 80-year relationship, and the whole family were there, both sides, grandchildren, great-grandchildren. And I started off, and I was very nervous. It was my first one. And I remember looking around, and everyone was crying. And it's quite difficult for anyone with any humanity not to look at a lot of other people crying and not feel slightly upset yourself. So I tried to ground myself by looking at a lady called Stephanie, who was the funeral director helping me that day. And so I looked to her back, and there was Stephanie. She was bawling her eyes out too. So it was getting tough, and we got to the point of what's called the committal. This is where the curtains, as they used to be, go across, and I say a few words. And we didn't have curtains, we had voile and curtains, and I had a row of buttons in front of me. And just as I started the committal, the husband stood up, just about. He was in his 90s. I want to say a final goodbye to her. I want to say a final goodbye to her. So I thought, the curtains are closed. What do I do? And I didn't know which one stopped the curtains. I knew which one started. No one's had to stop them for. So I picked a random button, hoping that the coffin didn't go down. Luckily, it stopped the voile, and everyone came up, and I stopped the service, and we gave everyone 5 minutes. I hadn't been trained to do this, just thought this is the right thing to do. And at the end, Steph came over to me and came over, put her arm around me. So that's a really top one. And she said to me, "But your experience shone through, Colin." And I said, "That was my first service." So that's my story. Thank you very much.